As announced earlier on, ladies and gentlemen, the Southwest Morning Show is getting to be a full house this morning because on this platform we are going international. Two universities from two extremes. I'm referring to the Howard University, Washington, D.C., and the University of Boya are converging on the Southwest Morning Show this morning. And that's why I say we are going international. It is the director of the College of Technology, University of Boya, that has led in a delegation into the program this morning. And he is accompanied by students of his college and then visiting students from the Howard University in Washington, D.C. Morning, Director.
Good morning, Principal.
It's a pleasure for us to have you here on the Southwest Morning Show. It doesn't happen every day.
Thank you.
We always go the traditional way of welcoming our guests. So let me turn to the right to welcome two young men who are from the Howard University, Washington, D.C. I have with me here.
My name is Malik Hornbuckle. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. I'm currently going to school in Washington, D.C.
Okay. It's a pleasure. Welcome to Cameroon.
Thank you.
And
my name is Shanique Bay. You can call me Nick. I'm from Elizabeth, New Jersey, also from Howard University.
now let me turn to the left and meet our students who are privileged to share in this partnership.
Wadinga Leonard.
Yes, you're Leonard.
A final year student of the College of Technology, University of Boya. I'm the vice president, and I've been working with my colleagues from the US.
Okay. And your mate?
I'm Kudo Abega Simon Raoul. I'm final year student of the College of Technology, studying networks and system maintenance.
This year, the College of Technology, as a home ground for technology in Cameroon, decided to welcome a project to facilitate weather information to be gathered and stored. So we decided to build remote weather stations, which will facilitate the gathering of precise weather data from various locations across the country. So we did our research first to come up with various strategies where there are no internet connection and where there is. So with our solution, after the research, we came out with products which will further on give more details on how they work, and basically that's much of what we did this year.
We have weather gathering information on the net and everything, but what is so new with this is that it's actually a handheld device whereby the rural farmer can actually have real-time information on the weather and also the relationship of the data it will collect and the type of crops it will actually grow. Yeah, so this initiative will actually enhance crop production.
And Nick B, it is happening in the USA. When I watch CNN, there are many other channels that carry the weather forecast. It is so easy, it is so possible out there. Are you sure it is going to work in Cameroon, this arrangement?
I'm 100% sure it's going to work in this arrangement, and that's why I'm happy that University and Booyah and CRTV can come and partner together to make it happen. Yes, you're right. In the U.S., almost every channel have their own implementation of weather. There are some channels that just simply display the weather, and it's very profitable and great for business in that aspect. In this instance, basically, University Booyah partnering with CRTV, they're able to allow CRTV to see our readings in our database so everybody can understand and know the weather every day. And I do think it's going to work because at the end of the day, people need to know the weather today, yesterday, and tomorrow. And because of that, it'll allow everyone to know and capitalize from that. If farmers know what the weather is tomorrow, as Dr. Sone said, they will know which products to actually produce. And when we improve crop production, that means a better economy, and that means a better country.
From your experience back in your university, the implementation of this might be as easy. I just pose that question to Nick. When you look at the Southwest, for example, where you are in Boya, the topography, the climate, how is the installation of the equipment going to be done? Is it like it will operate from the University of Boya campus? Will people carry around them some equipment, some apparatus to read the weather?
Okay, so it's two components to the weather station.
Yes.
One being the actual weather station that collects the data, and one being the handheld device that shows the data being read. So the weather station will be placed somewhere, let's say, on the top of the mountain, and then you'll have the box that shows you the readings from the weather station.
Okay. And how accessible is it going to be for everyone? Is it like, you want to say something? How do you feel about the project? Let's contextualize it. Let's domesticate it. You are still students of the University of Buea, and you'll be going out very soon. How do you think this project, this equipment are going to be accessible? The woman back in Bonakanda, how will she be able to use this data?
As we said earlier, the device can be used while accessing through the internet, or it can be accessed locally. So
that's where my worry is. The rural woman who is the farmer who needs to get this information will have to go to the internet. That is what is not very realistic here. That's my problem.
That's the second one,
Okay.
the second
second
handheld
option.
device.
Okay.
She's going to use this to have the data condition readings for Buea, or the corresponding place where she wants to be.
Okay. Doctor, you want to add something?
Yeah,
Director?
so as where there is no internet, so that's why I said that is where this one is so peculiar and the novelty in it, and because we will actually use radio frequencies, so I can actually communicate where there's no internet. Yeah, so they can actually exchange data from the weather collecting station right up to the handheld device. So real time, the farmer in Bonakanda or any rural area can actually have the data read onto the LCD of the handheld device. Yes, and the necessary information. So you have the data and a small guide on that with what you are saying. This is the type of activity that you can actually carry out, say, and do some projections. So we have all of that in our database. So it's just for the farmer to know what to actually get from the weather station, and it will be displayed onto the handheld device. Yes, so it's just like a royal farmer's guide. Wow. It will tell you what the readings you are seeing and the type of activity you can do today, tomorrow, after tomorrow.
The bottom line is that every other member of a community will be able to tell that tomorrow it's going to rain in Buea. That is the idea. And that by September, the rains will be going away, so I should plant my crops now, so that, and blah, blah, and all of that. I think that's the general idea. And can somebody explain to me practically, the director has said it, and just like the others, can somebody just like take an equipment and say, okay, when you get to the farm, this is what you do in order to get this, at what time you have to put this on, put that. Can somebody explain that to me?
Yes.
In order to read the weather. Nick?
Yes, we have made the prototype very user-friendly, where you can see the weather and the temperature readings, the humidity readings, the wind direction, wind speed. Very user-friendly, meaning if you see it, you will understand it. The information as well, and it's telling you when to produce your crops, is very user-friendly as well. So this prototype is just the beginning. University of Buea is already seeing into the future as far as what the weather station should be like years from now. Meaning we have a handheld station, but soon we will have big LED screens. So if you can't afford this, at least you can go to the center of your town and you'll see a big screen already displaying the weather for you.
Wow.
Well, maybe if the farmer can't go there, they'll send their son or their daughter to run to the country land and go check the weather for me before I start my day. So it's the future that we are already thinking years ahead, that if you can't even get this portable box, just go to the town and see the readings on the display.
The University of Buea, of course, in its mission of research, teaching, and outreach, is actually meeting some of these expectations, because I keep telling people Buea is the one town that is as unpredictable as its weather condition. In fact, in Buea, I don't know you guys, I don't know what you've noticed, here we are at Likukomembia, but it can be rainy here and you call to tell somebody in Moliko that, well, I can't get to Moliko because it's raining, the person will say, no, you're not serious. It's not raining in Moliko.
That's true.
That's the weather in Buea. And I think if there is any community that needs this kind of assistance, it is the people of Buea and the Southwest region, generally speaking, and Cameroon. Because in this region, we are actually practical farmers. And these are some of the things that are going to help. Mr. President, I want to hear from you again. How is the University of Buea receiving this this initiative? I mean, you and your mates in the entire university.
At the start, we focused on building a secure database and stations which could supply us with data. Then later on, we thought of how are they going to get this data. We can't just keep it locally. We can't just keep it to ourselves, maybe only Buea. So we thought of getting a portable weather station box. The demo is just right.
What we have in front of us here?
Yeah.
Wow.
So we have been working very hard to see that within our time frame of a month.
Yes.
Yeah. So we have our database set up. We have we have prototypes of the stations ready to send data to the database.
Okay.
We have our handheld device ready to display information from the central database. So the solution could be extended to any. Our dream is to cover as much area as possible.
Okay.
To be able to get maybe the whole of Cameroon with maybe like the Southwest region has 6 divisions. Maybe in each division, maybe somewhere there'll be there'll be a weather station there, like a weather station sending us data back to our central database.
Yes.
Yeah. And
Which will be in the university?
which
Campus or the campus, or which will be stored somewhere?
It just be somewhere where where the data can reach it.
Okay.
And we already have our solutions well designed. Our designs are already, so we are hoping the university and the government will back us up to implement this project, because you could do processing to forecast weather data, weather conditions, to help farmers in the future to know exactly what to plant, when to plant, and exactly the particular crop to plant.
The idea came to us because we noticed that there is an old weather station up there installed in the University of Buea. I don't know when, because since I came here in the University of Buea, I saw it, and I was really interested on how it works and who was managing it.
This is why it was very imperative for us to do something different, and why we decided to do a handheld portable weather station. So anywhere you go, what kind of farm, any farmer you are, wherever location that you're at, you can find the weather. And hopefully we can use our portable weather stations to power up LCD screens in certain locations.
For me, it's a great innovation, because a portable one will be good in the sense that a fixed one limit the collection of data in a particular area for a given time. But a portable one, if let's just say a farmer is migrating, maybe he has many farms, you will not be able to build many weather stations in many farms, depending on different areas where he's working. But with a portable weather station, when he's migrating from one farm to another, he can take the weather station there. Then for some times he monitors the climate, the weather, and collect the data that is necessary. Then he can take a decision based on that. Yes, and it will be less costly for him than than planting many weather stations according to the number of farms that he has and from different regions where he's operating. So it is actually a great innovation, as I see it's economically good in the part of the farmer. Yes, and other institutions. It's not only farmers that use weather. Many other there are many other applications. But now, if instead of constructing many weather stations, and if you can have one that we can displace from one station to another, one position to another, it will be less costly. Yes, for the user. I think it's great. Beyond even the weather station in Cameroon, technology in terms of designing there's a lot of progress. There's a lot of progress, and in some time to come, weather station, when people get to see that it is accessible and at low cost, and you see, we'll be able to supply a good number. If we design, can be able to supply a good number of weather stations that will improve greatly the economy of the country. You see, and I think it's something that is giving us hope. It's giving us hope. The weather station, portable weather station, is actually something that will revolve a good part of the economy of the country. Since now we are looking forward to boost our economy with agriculture, and agriculture is basically is depend much on the weather, and if we can be able to monitor the weather and do prediction and take good decision, then I think with this portable weather station we are going to do a lot.
Yes, Nick, you want to say when should we start? When should our farmers here start carrying around this device?
I would say very soon, and even with the support of the administration as well as the government, it'll be even sooner, as well as CRTV. We do have one prototype, but we will be building 5 more, and then once we have that 5, and then we'll continue manufacturing more. The most important thing is to make sure that the product is 100% ready and it's safe and it's ready to help. And we won't put it out into the market until it's perfect.
Okay.
I just wanted to give credit to my peers. Like Dr. Sone said, this was a two-part project. So we had one part focusing on the actual information and one part focusing on the actual hardware of the weather station. My partner, Wadinga Linder, he was in charge of the database and actually retrieving the information from the weather station. And my job was to do the web design. So those fortunate enough to be able to access the internet, whether it's their phone, their tablet, or their computer, they'll be able to see the data through the website that we designed. And then my partner Nick and Raul here, they designed the actual hardware component that you see and that you can touch. So I just wanted to give credit to everybody before we aired off.
Great. Yes.
And it's so many people. I think the one word that can explain this entire process and project is synchronicity. There's so many people, even outside this room, that played a major part to making this happen, such as Professor Gabby and then Professor Chapka, who had the idea and seen the importance of a weather station. Also Professor Titus, one of the lab technicians who gave us all the components needed to build this, and even some components that he owned himself. Professor Magosi and Professor Dunn, who gave us insight as far as securing the database with firewall and checkpoint. Am I missing anybody else?
Dr. Peterson?
Oh, Dr. Patterson.
Yes, definitely Dr.
Patterson, our advisor from Howard University, the co-principal investigator of this project, as well as Dean Fleming and everybody else in the Gear Up and program. And we can't forget the National Science Foundation, the one that has funded this entire project. It's a huge organization. They have funded 3 years, and we're at the brink of extending the funding so we can continue coming here at the University of Booyah. So I hope that the National Science Foundation can see the importance of what we're doing here and what they're putting their money into, because it's very valuable on both sides, specifically Cameroon and the U.S. So National Science Foundation, please allow us to continue doing greatness in your behalf, and that's definitely who I would love to thank.
Hey, now I'm getting to know that there is a big man behind this, the National Science Foundation. Thank you so much on behalf of Cameroonians who will be benefiting from this. And the director will have the final word, but let's have the students of UB.
Yeah, we would love to thank our administration, the Vice Chancellor in person, Dr. Nalova Lyonga, and her administrative arm, including the administration of college director, Dr. Sonne. We'd love to thank them for giving us the opportunity to collaborate with our peers to work on such projects, improve our economy, and to foster the economy.
Okay. Yes. Thank you.
This was really a good experience because we had to work with external students, that's foreign students, and with the idea of building the weather station. Also had to learn on their cultures, and we were really trying to compare with theirs and us. And it was really a good experience.
Cultural interaction there. I think there were many things you guys are taking back to America. How long did you stay here?
4 weeks.
4 weeks, yes. Here we speak Mokwe, and then we eat kwakuku, and then we dance using the wrapper, and then the shirt with the back and all of that. So when next you come, get ready to join in the dance, okay? It's been a great pleasure having you talk to us on the Southwest Morning Show, and we, like I said, we can't wait for this to start off. Maybe I should go back to the director to say what next. These visitors will be leaving, I guess.
Yeah.
And after that, what next, Mr. Director of College of Technology?
Yeah, thank you very much. And I would first of all like to thank the management of CRTV to actually accept us to come and speak on this laudable initiative by National Science Foundation. I would also like to say a very big thank you to the UB administration, especially our dear Vice Chancellor, Professor Nalova Lyonga, who has since 2010, I want to actually say that 2010, the University of Boya actually hosted international hands-on on complex systems. and that is when Howard University was very, very prominent in it. And it's after that hands-on workshop on complex systems that I had to get in touch with Professor Wayne Patterson of Howard University, and he actually spoke about this initiative of Gear Up, and I went and told the Vice Chancellor, and she actually embraced it. And we had to push forward, and we had to write a letter of intent. There were so many other universities that actually wrote, and the University of Boya was actually chosen because Professor Wayne Patterson, since 2010, came and saw how serious the University of Boya was, and also the Vice Chancellor and the College of Technology. So I want to actually give a very big thank you. And as Nick actually said, I think with things like this, we'll try to actually our wish is that National Science Foundation should extend it, because normally it's supposed to finish 2017. Yes, for all worldwide. So I think the Howard University is trying to actually put forward another bid so that they can be extended for another 5 years. So our wish is that, following what we actually see on the ground, with young engineers coming together with diverse cultures and be on focus, 1 month coming up with something like this. I think because it take at least 1 week for them to understand themselves, because they come from years, then they have about 3 weeks of effective work to come up with something like this. I think it's very laudable, and we our hope is that it should be extended for, let's say, 5 years or so. So thank you very much once more, CRTV.
Thank you very well, and you're welcome. And like I keep saying, we will be checking to find out and to inform our listeners when maybe a next project has taken place, when maybe a station has been installed, and when it is accessible somewhere around the vicinity. We would like to inform our listeners and to know how they too can get involved in using these equipment. Once again, it's been a great pleasure, ladies and gentlemen. That's how we round off the Southwest Morning Show this morning. On this international platform, Cameroonians, students from the United States of America, Howard University in Washington, to be precise, led in here by Dr. Michael Sone Konde, Director of the College of Technology in the University of Boya. It's been my pleasure, Mukwele Prince Aduma, saying you stay out of trouble. Have a great day. Bye-bye. All right.